We're at the beautiful garden of Jay Sifford up in West Jefferson. He's a landscape designer from the Charlotte area, has this beautiful garden. You will have seen a couple videos on the channel at this point. If you haven't, I'll link them down below this video. You definitely want to see this beautiful garden. But while we're here, I wanted to get you, there's so many conifers in this garden. I wanted you to give us kind of your top 5, because there's a lot of beautiful ones here.
And then picking only 5 is a real issue, but
right.
I'll do my best.
Gotcha.
So this one is one I can grow in Charlotte. It's hardy to zone 6, sometimes even 5B,
right.
On down to zone 9. It is Cedrus atlantica, or a blue atlas cedar, and this particular cultivar is called Blue Cascade. What I like about it is just has a natural, funky, kind of arthritic form to it.
Yeah.
Each one is different, and when it gets a wild hair and does something you don't want to do, you can just cut that off. I'm not a big fan of the serpentine blue atlas cedars that are shaped like the S.
Right.
It's kind of, I'm embarrassed for the tree, actually. It doesn't want to do that. But this one is naturally this way, naturally funky, and it's just a great tree. And it's really easy to grow in full sun. Maybe a little bit of part shade would be okay. It's a great thing. And place it with some burgundy leaf plants and you have magic right there.
We have one at the house, if you're following the channel, called Sapphire Nymph. It's right up near the front fence, and it's a, we can keep that one, pretty, very, very small. And then this one wanders about. This is one of the real cedars, right? We call lots of things cedars.
They're junipers,
right?
But this is a real cedar.
This is one of the real cedars.
Right.
There's like 4 species of actual cedar, and Cedrus atlantica is one of a lot of us can grow in lots of different shapes.
Right.
Yeah, so upright, narrow, weeping like this, really compact and dwarf as well. Number 2.
This is a Skyland spruce. It's an oriental spruce, Picea orientalis. It is a great thing. I bought 2 of them and bought as large of trees as I could find. And if I buy 2 of any specimen tree, it's got to be real special to me.
Yeah. Oh, it's an absolutely beautiful plant. It's so striking. I imagine when the light hits this,
it's really special. So it comes out with this really bright chartreuse color in the spring. And then over the course of the season, it gets a little bit darker, but never really dark. It has pink and purple cones in the late spring, early summer. So really, what else would you want out of a tree?
How will this one do in the Charlotte area, that 8A area?
I can grow it in Charlotte if I give it morning sun and afternoon shade.
Gotcha.
Up here, I can deal with all day long sun and it does really well.
Right, so it's West Jefferson, you're 3,300 feet up and you're zone 6B, and there you can see all the conifers in the background of this. This one is just always amazing just to touch like this. Like you say, it feels like rope rolling in your fingers. I love conifers that you can touch.
They're very tactile.
Yeah.
Some of them you don't want to touch too much, but this one feels good.
Yeah, so some of them bite back. This one doesn't. Yeah. Number 3 is quite a character.
I love this tree. It's a weeping larch or larix called Varied Directions. I always said to people the only reason I would move north was to grow weeping larch. I love them so much. This one kind of looks like a giraffe crossed with a brontosaurus. I don't know what's going on, but it's a beautiful thing. It's very soft. It's not like a deodar cedar that would kind of bite back, as you say. It's a beautiful thing. It has these beautiful red cones on it. Yeah. Later on in the season. It is a conifer, but it's a deciduous conifer. People think about conifers as being evergreens, but there are a few. These and the bald cypress, the taxodiums, which do lose their needles in the winter.
And the metasequoia.
Right, and in the fall, before it loses needles, it turns the most beautiful shade of yellow and really just glows, especially when it's backlit from the setting sun over there.
Right, it's beautiful. And larix and the look of it remind me of a Dr. Seuss. The name and the shape of it remind me of Dr. Seuss.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of brings out your inner child.
Exactly.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
One of my other favorite conifers is this beautiful Cole's prostrate weeping hemlock. I can't get enough of these. I have 6 or 7 of these I use as rhythm as you walk down the steps. It is tolerant of medium shade to full sun up here. Partial sun would be probably better in other areas. And it's just one of those contorted trees that only a mother could love. So I bought 5 or 6.
Tell us about number 5.
This is the coolest tree. It is a Pinus contorta called Taylor Sunburst. And the new growth comes out this unbelievably electric shade of yellow. And then over the course of the summer, it gets not a dark green like most pines that you'd think of, but more of like a medium green. But this thing just glows, and it's really the highlight of the spring garden.
There's a couple of these gold pines like this that are heat tolerant. Will this one do? How far?
This one, I would say you could go with probably 7B with it. 8A
Okay.
would be a little bit too much, I think.
I got you. I got you. And it had just an upright habit. How tall will it ultimately get, you think?
I think about 15 feet, but it's more of a scrubby pine. It's not your Christmas tree that you normally think of, shaped pine. It's more like your Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Right, and it'll limb itself up in time a
Correct.
bit, and you'll have it underplanted.
Correct.
Okay, so you picked 5, but let's take a look at a couple more.
Okay.
So you picked 5, but you didn't pick this.
This is another one of my favorites, but no, I didn't pick it. This is Picea abies, or Norway spruce cobra. It's extra funky, and I couldn't live without it, so I bought 2 of these.
Right. What about down here below you? Why didn't you pick?
This is an awesome thing too. Actually, this is just a basic globosa blue spruce, but the color in the spring is awesome. And look at it against that orange rocket barberry.
Oh, it's
fantastic.
Absolutely. I think I would have chosen this.
This is a great tree. It's a Pinus strobus, eastern white pine called curly tops. It looks like you have a bad hair day with a bunch of calyx. Right. It's not as noticeable now because of the new growth, but it's cool. This is one of my favorite Japanese white pines, Pinus parviflora. This one is called Ogon Genomi. It's hard to spell, it's hard to say, but it's great because it has 3 different colors in the needles.
I see it.
Looks like you dipped it in a can of paint and it just dripped all down through it.
Yeah.
Great tree. And then this is one of my 4 white spruce, pendulous white spruce. I love it. It looks like a pagoda in layers. And again, I've used them for layering and for rhythm throughout the garden.
Okay, beautiful. So tell us about this pine.
This is a great pine. More people stop on the road and ask me what this tree is than any other tree I have in my garden. It's an Oregon green Pinus nigra, or Austrian pine. Yeah. It's going to get almost as wide as it does tall. It's a beautiful thing.
It's really funny. We have one this far from our driveway at the house, and as you know, we have a lot of conifers that are going to outgrow the space in our home garden. So where you're buying them, you wanted them already to have some size, to make a statement out here in this open space.
To make a statement and to give me some privacy.
We looked for one in a 4-inch container that we could leave in the same spot for the next 5 years, and then we'll dig it out and donate it.
There you go. I always tell people my trees get dizzy because I move them around so often. So you can do the same thing.
There you go. Tell us about a couple more over here.
This is a very cool Norway spruce. Norway spruce is easy for people to grow. Even in the south, in Zone 8A, you can hardly kill one of these. This one is an Isley plant called the limey. The new growth on this is exceptional. And then the Colorado blue spruce, this one is Bonnie Blue. I like it because it's not going to get really wide. It's size appropriate. And I just love it with this Black Panther Physocarpus, or 9-bark, the blue dune limegrass. This is my favorite combination probably in the entire front garden.
It's incredibly showy, and it looks great from your seating area down below. So again, guys, there's a couple other videos that you will have seen before this conifer video, and asking somebody to pick 5 of their favorites is frequently seasonally dependent, right?
Right.
Right. So thank you guys for following along. Jay's garden's absolutely incredible, and thank you for having us up here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.